Greetings, gentlemen and ladies, and Diablo devs. Just a comment on the Inferno skill. Base damage of Inferno has been increased. This is public test realm for patch 2.4, taking a look at some of the improvements to some of the skills, spell, etc. So Inferno has had a few things. Warmth synergy has increased from 13 to 16%. Controls have been updated so that the skill now casts free form and no longer locks onto a single target at the time. Good things. Mana cost reduction from 7 mana to 4 mana per second, and the baseline range has been increased by 75%. Also, the base damage and level scaling has been increased by 75% to something. Anyway, here's a look at the basically what I've done is I've just kind of maxed out Inferno, got some good gear for fire boost and stuff like that. Just taking a look at how the new Inferno feels. And this is going to be a comment. Whoa, that's going to be a comment to the. How am I doing so bad? I'm pressing the wrong damn button. Here we go. We're gonna have a bit of a comment for the devs, and you know what? We're gonna take off the infinity because that's definitely giving a bit of a unfair display of the Inferno spell's current power level. My impressions are this spell feels incredibly weak. It's still, I know it's been buffed, but it still feels incredibly weak and super pathetic. That's my opinion. I don't know, I could probably end the video right here, but let me break it down a bit. Number one, the animation looks incredibly feeble. It looks like, I don't know, like Diablo, original Diablo, for as weak as Inferno still was, at least the animation looked kind of badass, right? Like it was this big, thick spurt of flame, and you know, it did its thing. Now we have this teeny little fire hose of an Inferno spell. Here's my thoughts on what needs to be done with Inferno to make this viable. Number one, well, we still need more damage. This is basically maxed out damage at the moment. We've got Ormus robes, we've got things like that. Look at that, how slow those hell bovines are dying. And number two, like look how small that radius of effect actually is. Like compare that to some of the other, you know, options that we have. And it's slow. Okay, so I just want to show you guys. I have a shooter's temper, Ormus robes. We got boosts to everything. We got basically Inferno of 35, maxed out fire mastery, etc., maxed out synergy with warmth, and this still feels extremely underpowered. There's no way I would ever use this in its current state and form. Here's what I think you need to do to make this cool. Number one, give us a better effect, bigger, more impressive flame of, you know, just a serious flame of fire. Not this little thing that looks like it was lit by a Bic lighter, right? This little exaggerated Bic lighter flame. Instead, give us a big, empowered, flame of fire, pillar of fire, whatever. And also speed it up. Like, this is so slow. I have to stand here for like a million years before this even gets to my target. And when it gets to my target, it kills so slow. And what it hits is just this tiny, narrow little beam. If, to look at something by comparison like Lightning Bolt, right, which gets there immediately and you can cast it over and over and over again. It's like so fast and you just take stuff out. Here we have this super feeble little thing, doesn't slow down the cows, doesn't cause knockback, doesn't do anything to slow them down. They're just always on their approach, and as I do my feeble little bit of Inferno damage. So I'm making this video mainly for the devs, if anybody happens to be watching from the dev team. I know you guys want to improve Inferno, that's what I've been reading. This is still feeble. There's no way I would use this. This is feeble. And this is pretty much maxed out. This is about as good as it gets. Maybe it has some pushback. Maybe Inferno has some sort of knockback on it. Maybe, it just gets there faster. Make it like 3 times faster so it gets to its target like immediately. Widen up the area. Make it like triple the width. So you hit about 3 times more in terms of the field. That's what I would do if I were making the calls. I don't see anybody using this in its current state and form. If you guys disagree with me, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's how we're looking at Inferno in the public test realm right now. I know public test realm is not exactly final, or I'm not sure this is the final iteration of Inferno, but if the goal is to make Inferno viable, this is not it. No, not yet, not yet.